began my day with a $22 order going 0.4 miles, literally across the street. I already delivered to her. She's a great tipper. She answers the phone whenever I need to message her, and she lives so close to the store. It makes this order one of the most perfect orders I've ever had on UberEATS. So that was super easy to do. It took me 35 minutes to complete, and she ended up to paying $10, which is pretty amazing considering how close she is to the store. It's been a hot minute since Doordash has been sending me great orders for shop and deliver orders. I've been receiving really crappy orders lately, so UberEATS has been stepping up a little bit, especially now that we can scan the barcodes at pavilions and replace items and all of those little things that make little by little this app better and maybe surpass DoorDash in the near future. While DoorDash was busy sending me orders like this, I accepted a $20 order on UberEATS. This order was for John, and now I've delivered to John before. He lives close to the store, kind of. He answers the messages all the time. He wants me to leave the food at the door. There is no code or whatever that you need to enter whatever gate. He is such a great customer. He always orders kind of like the same things. So clearly, it was such a great start of my day with those 2 orders. And he is actually the second customer tonight to tip me $10. So that's my second order with a $10 tip. And while I was coming inside the parking lot at Pavilions to go back there, I received this $17 order for only one item, which was a bag of 19 pounds of dog food. Usually Pavilions doesn't really have a great selection of dog food or cat food for that matter, but this was literally the last one on the shelf. So I was super lucky because it was the only item. And when there is only one item and you need to refund that item, what happens? The order gets canceled and you get $3. So he wasn't too far away. He was in an apartment, but I was able to park right in front of his building, and he gave me the gate code in his notes. Now apparently you get a customer is expecting you by time on UberEATS, which I've never seen before. So I guess, I'm not sure if it's new to the UberEATS app or if it's just new to me, I don't know. It kind of gives you like an idea if you are within the time or not. But at the same time, UberEATS, usually I check out for the order and they're like, customer expects you by, and it's like 5 minutes later, and I still have to go down to my car, put the things in my car, and drive to the customer. He also tipped $10 on one item. The bag of dog food was $54.99. And he tipped $10. And then accepted a $17 order for 11 items. Not going too far away to a house. She was answering the messages again. She was an okay customer. She didn't tip very well though. She tipped $5. When you think about it, the customer right before her tipped $10 for only one item. So $5 for 11 items. Pretty poor tip, especially considering she was living in a great house in a great neighborhood. Are we surprised? Not really. I then got a $20 order on UberEATS again, going 1.3 miles. She's a customer that I've never delivered to, but she was very responsive on the messages, and she was actually super nice to talk to. And she lived in kind of like a fancy apartment building in a super quiet street. And basically, she has one of those call bots where when you arrive, she can actually beep it so the door opens without you pushing any buttons, which is like, You know, when you have all of the things that they ordered in your hands and you're trying to put everything in one hand so you can push the button to call. I literally arrived and I heard the buzzing sound of the door, and then her apartment was number 2, which was literally the second apartment. She said thank you through the door. What a great order. And she also tipped $10. So this is actually my 4th order of the night with a $10 tip. I'm pretty sure the app has been glitching since they forced the update like 2 or 3 days ago. They kept sending me messages that said, "We're very busy, please try again later." Then they began pausing me for no reason. I was on the app, literally on the app, waiting, and they would pause me and they were like, "Your dash has been paused." And I'm like, but why? I haven't missed a delivery. I haven't, that was this for most of the day. Then they sent me, I don't know, 3 orders for shop and deliver that were $6 or something. I was like, no thanks. So I've been doing Uber Eats. Thank God they've been sending me good orders the whole day. I'm not sure, and on Facebook there was several people who said they've been having trouble lately as well with the shop and deliver. They used to see a lot per day, just like me, and suddenly no more since the update. I'm pretty sure that since the new screen is only applicable to shop and deliver orders in my area, I'm pretty sure that messed it up. Last order ended up being a $28 order. Going kind of far into the hills, but I don't mind going there at night, if that makes sense, because traffic is non-existent at that time, and it was around 8 p.m. It was a large order, but basically she wanted 20 cans of cat food, which amazingly enough was also in stock. So she wanted 19, my bad. I guess I got really lucky with the dog and cat food today, because thanks to that I had 2 great orders, this one and the one before with the dog food as well. She was kind of far. I think it took me 20 minutes to drive there, just to give you an idea of how long it can take to drive into the hills. So it's not far per se, right? I don't remember how far she was, but it was like maybe 4 or 5 miles, which in somebody else's market can take like, I don't know, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes. Well, here there is only that many roads that go through the hills, and it was late anyways. I was like, this is gonna be my last order of the day. After this, I will just go home because Doordash is dead. It had kind of slowed down, and I was like, this is a great order as a late night delivery, if that makes sense. So she was waiting for me at the gate. She actually opened the gate and she was waiting for me inside at the door. She said thank you. She was super thankful that I actually drove all the way to her, because the people who live there, they know how much of a struggle it is to get to their house, and there usually is no signal at all in there either. So it's like, let's just state I'm thankful for Google Maps offline. And after checking, she actually lived in a $14 million house, which is, I think, the most expensive house I've delivered to. And she ended up tipping, you already know, she tipped $10, making it the 5th order of my night with a $10 tip. So literally $50 of my earnings that night were pure tips. So I had a pretty amazing day that day, and not thanks to Doordash. It was only Uber Eats that night that actually came with all of these great orders. There are not many times I don't do at least one order on Doordash, and that night was a night like this. I remember when I was able to make all of my money on Doordash, I made so much money on Doordash that I didn't even have Uber Eats on. Just to give you an idea of how bad my market has become, and I guess it's everyone's market, it's not just mine, obviously. And I also shift from food and alcohol deliveries to slowly only mainly shop and deliver orders, which I'm also aware of. When you're able to make $130 in 6 orders shopping, it's kind of a no-brainer to put food delivery aside and focus on what makes you the most money. That's it for today. If you want to watch the November challenge, you can do so by clicking in that corner right here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like if you actually did, and if you didn't like it, then you can move on. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to follow for more DoorDash and UberEATS adventures. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.